It is time for an update on the Elton John pinball machine, and not before time really either. I feel a little bit more informed to give you a slightly more balanced opinion on the pinball machine now. The first video that myself and Spencer uploaded was very much a wow video. The game had just been unwrapped. We were sort of overawed, I think, by the shining lights, the glitz and the glamour of Chris French's artwork. The music, the sound quality, it was really quite an overwhelming experience. And whilst we thoroughly enjoyed it, how much of the game did we understand at that point? Well, not very much at all. What I can say is, particularly yesterday, I managed to spend a lot of time on this game, and I now understand the games, the rules, what you're supposed to be doing a little bit more. So hopefully I can give you a little bit more of a nuanced opinion on it and give you some idea of what I'm thinking of the game up to now. By the way, I won't be giving you any spoiler if I tell you I still believe this to be a fantastic game. I've been playing it quite a lot over the last few days, so I have 3 games here at the moment. I have this, which is on loan from JJP Pinball and Pinball Heaven. I have Legends of Valhalla, which is on loan from Pinball Heaven, and I have Theatre of Magic, which is my own. This has been getting played, primarily this and only this. That did get, Legends of Valhalla got switched on yesterday because I had some guests over. I mean, it's still a very good game, Legends of Valhalla. In fact, there's virtually no difference between the shots on that game and this game. They're almost a mirror of each other. Maybe we'll do another video on that in a couple of days, and I'll just show you the differences of both games. But I'm really enjoying this, so I thought what we'd do now is we'd have a little bit of gameplay, a little bit of me chatting about it, and then we'll just show you some other things that I may have noticed on the game. Before we get into that, I just wanted to announce that I will be launching a Patreon support service on this channel. It wasn't something I was ever keen to do. I feel it feels a little bit odd asking people for money, truth be known. However, as the channel has grown, it's sort of eaten up increasingly more of my time, and I'm sort of dedicating more of my work time and my personal time to uploading pinball videos. And you'll have noticed in the past month or two I've uploaded an awful lot more videos, and that's well, firstly, I enjoy doing it. I would run this channel whether I was running a Patreon or not. What it'll allow me to do is dedicate some of my work time to doing pinball videos and also getting out on location more.
Wild.
It scared the life out of me. Elton John just scared the life out of me. Unbelievable. I'll turn the volume down, I think, a little bit when we play. I want to get out on location a little bit more. That much is for sure as well. And it'll just help pay for fuel costs. Also, I don't know how many of you know this, this is my shed, and this was never built to do this sort of thing in, so I need to extend the shed a little bit, and it will help pay for timber costs and things like that. I'll be following it up with a video in the near future about what I'll be running on the Patreon and whatnot. It's very much a means for you guys to help support the channel to allow me to keep going. I do have my PayPal is already on the channel, whereby people can donate and support. That's been there anyway, and a couple of people have used it, and I really very much appreciate you doing that. But I feel probably the Patreon is the way to go on that. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. But as I say, irrespective of whether we do that or not, the videos will still be here. Right, I think let's just get back to Elton John now, even though he's just reminded me. I don't think Elton was very pleased about me talking too much then. This is a really, really fun game. It really is, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Often now when I'm doing these games, I'm thinking about where will this game not only sit in my top 50, but I'm thinking about some of the criteria that are involved in my top 50. And this is one of the criteria is a game fun. This is really fun. And is it addictive? It's very, very addictive as well. And I quite like the rules on it because the rules seem to be relatively simple. Now, I'm sure with various code updates, they're going to become a little more complicated, a little bit more involved. But I'm not finding myself having to spend an awful lot of time learning the rules. The apron card is telling me quite a lot of what I need to know on this game as well. And I think once you're into that and once you're trying to achieve these goals and these rules that the game's talking you through, it becomes quite easy. Look, the game's not perfect. but there's a lot to like, and the good far outweighs the bad on this. The call-outs could be better. They're not great, the call-outs. Certainly you'd want, I think, to hear a little bit more of Elton John. However, the call-outs are informative. They tell you what to hit, and I think that's always good. What has been interesting on this game as well is reading some of the comments on the forums. Is a lot of people don't like the sort of carnival noises, the sort of arcade noises that it makes. For instance, when you hit the spinner, there's a noise. You'll hear it when we start playing. I sort of quite like it, actually. I quite like those parts of it. Yeah, I don't know what. I like those. As a light show, I think it's unrivaled. The shots are really good. There's nothing innovative about the shots at all, by the way. It is a sort of standard Steve Ritchie layout. But there's nothing wrong with that. And I really do think that's something almost JJP needed to do. I've not played The Godfather yet, but as I understand, The Godfather had a lot of innovation on it, a lot of diverters, a lot of things going on with that. I do think JJP on a release needed to have a reliable layout, and Steve Ritchie layouts are reliable layouts. Needed a reliable layout, and they needed to sort out their flipper issues, and I think they've done both. I've also had in the past some, I've heard some, that there's some complaint that JJP don't have the best sound quality. This has superb sound quality. In fact, these two games, Legends of Valhalla and Elton John, between them, are the two bassiest machines I think I've ever encountered. It really is. It's a real event playing these games. Anyway, that's all the talk for now. I think what we're going to do is let's take that camera off of its perch. I'm going to get my son to maybe film a little bit of gameplay. We'll possibly put him on here as well and get his, not his first impressions, because he's played it before, but you can see somebody else play the game as well. We'll get a really good look at the game, look at the playfield, we'll look at the shots, look at some of the ball mechanisms as well, and certainly if this is a game that you're considering purchasing, hopefully this will give you a little bit of information to help you along with that. There will be some more videos upcoming which I'll do before this machine goes on its merry way, so I'll have learned even more, but I just can't thank Pinball Heaven enough for lending me this game, and thanks so much to Jersey Jack Pinball for flying it over. Absolutely brilliant. Right, let's take a closer look. Let's start by taking a quick look at the back box and the artwork. I know you've seen it before, but maybe things you hadn't noticed, like the pinball machine. Look at the colours on there. Look at the sparkle on it. That's some of my favourite artwork on a back box. This on any game. I love the glasses there as well. They're really cool. Really, really cool. Down to the main cabinet itself. Now, as I mentioned, these aren't decals on here. They're not decals. They are, well, it's a plastic. So it's printed plastic, which you probably just see just the edge of it. Actually, you'll look better. You'll see it better here. You can just see just the top there where it stops between the armour. To the black line you can see is the cabinet. So these are, they might be called radicals or something like that. I might have that slightly wrong. But they give a depth to the artwork. So almost a 3D effect in a way that possibly if you resin something and you had glitter underneath, it's giving that sort of effect. Just even the detail of the mic stands. Really nice touch. And it will take something as simple as just white, like his trousers would be, or whatever it is, his boiler suit, or whatever that is. And the sparkle just makes it wonderful. This is some of the best artwork on any pinball machine. And it's no surprise that Chris Franchi, who did this, also did Batman 66, because it's of that standard. It really is. But I think he's just got better. He's got a better canvas here, I think, with these radicals or whatever they're called. I think what you're seeing there's the Dodgers, Elton's Dodgers jersey there. That looks pretty cool. The armour itself, hopefully you can see that there. It's got a sparkle on it. That looks really cool. I'll just show you a few other things briefly before we get down to the a bit of gameplay. It's a massive screen. It doesn't need to be that big, the screen, let's be fair. But it's really cool. And I think it's framed quite nicely as well. Now I just want to go down and look at the playfield quickly itself and just tell you a couple of things which I just didn't know the first time. So here's Elton. Elton, the pianist, playing his piano. The balls get locked in here. They run up a ramp, come down, the balls get locked inside there. It's a very, very neat ball lock. It really is. A nice pop bumper section. It doesn't get caught in there for too long. It was certainly one of my complaints about Toy Story. I think the extra pop bumper Toy Story had kept it in there for too long. This doesn't suffer with that, not at all. A crocodile, obviously Crocodile Rock. You've got the rocket there. The spinners that I discussed, there's two of them. There's one spinner on that side and another one over here. They're really cool. The Tiny Dancer. Matt came over and played the other day. He did think the Tiny Dancer was more tiny than he thought. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. What else have you got here? So this section here where the Elton John, what you've got to do is on the playfield you'll see there's letters. The letters spell out Elton in the same way that maybe on Jurassic Park they spell out chaos. You've got to do the same thing here. Now there's two ways that you can track your progress. First one is on here, the letters that you've highlighted will be a different colour. So this is not only a bit of glitz and glamour, you can use this Elton John font here to track your progress, but also you won't see it there right now, but at the top of this screen there's a piano, there's a keyboard. I'm not talking about the one here, it will be on the screen, and that tells you how many of the letters you've got. You're basically collecting letters, you're collecting notes. There's three, as far as I know, there's three main multi-balls. There's the rocket multi-ball, which is here. You knock this target down. Then you've basically fuel. You add fuel to your rocket. You can chart your progress to the rocket. Again, when the game's playing, there'll be a rocket in that section there. We've got the Crocodile Rock multi-ball, and then we've got this multi-ball over here, which basically is concerts, some of his famous concerts. And you've got to lock 3 balls into there. You lock the balls in there by hitting what we'd call the warp ramp, a Steve Ritchie one. So it's off this flipper here, and it will go all the way round, and up here. Sort of go into the back of the piano. So, what else do we have? I'll just show you the bottom section of the playfield. Again, it's very sparkly, very glitzy. Absolutely lovely. And what I've got to say is the apron cards, that's enough. To get you started, that really is enough. I love the skill shots on it. I think they're really cool. So the skill shots, it's getting a bit washed out every time that flashes, so I'm not sure how well you can see it. But you could advance a Crocodile multi-ball, add rocket fuel, spot a star, a bonus multiplier, and big points. But that's getting Sopranos confused with Elton John there, and you can't confuse the two. They're two very, very different games. And there you have it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the camera to my son now, and then he is going to film me playing a little bit of Elton John, and I'll try and describe it as best as I can. Elton John pinball machine. One of the first things he'll allow you to do is select your song by hitting the flipper buttons. There's a whole load of his songs up on screen. Look, this guy has, let's be fair, this guy's made a lot of music, hasn't he? So choose your song, then hit the, not Pinball Wizard, we hit the action button, and then we're going to try and get the skill shot, which is not going to be easy here. There's two ways you can do this. You don't want to go into the pot bumpers. You can either plunge it all the way around and hit the 3 targets, or you can try and just drop it in so it just sort of creeps over the top of the wire form, comes back down, you hit it off of this flipper. And that was neither. That was in between. That went into the pop, so there was no skill shot there. You saw that was the warp ramp there, which you just seen. Crazy flow on this game. Very, very fast game. What I do, oh for goodness sake, what I do love about this game is you can almost catch it on that flipper a little bit. You can almost drop catch it. So it's a very usable upper flipper. Oh, that's a shame. You can't spend too much time doing what I've just doing, otherwise you lose the skill shot. Which I did, I lost the timing on it then. So you're going to have to be really precise, and for that reason, you're probably better off just plunging it all the way around, like so. Oh, even that didn't work. And then hitting the 3 targets. So I've locked something in there which has given me a bit of a costume, basically. Kickback, very necessary in this game. Got another kickback then, got very lucky then, very lucky. It's great that wire form. It reminds me an awful lot of Star Trek Next Generation. Okay, hit the 3 targets, which I didn't do, so I've completely missed all my skill shots in this game. So hurry up, it wants me to hit the left of the 3 targets. That's terrible, just terrible play. Terrible play. Okay, so we got Crocodile Rock and multi-ball now, because I'd locked 3 balls in here. Now what it wants me to do is hit the green and the yellow shots, and then there's a super jackpot, which is back on the crocodile shot. Super jackpot, and one of them, if you look, Jakey, one of the balls actually locked inside the piano. If you look at the piano from the top, you'd actually see one of the balls actually locked inside there. So I've got ball 1 locked in the piano for a multi-ball. It's gonna be very hard for me to do now because I'm on my last ball. It'd be very hard for me to do on this game, only because I played so badly. Oh dear, right, okay. Bad game, we'll take that as a warm-up. I'm not going to put my name in. Now we'll try and play it properly. But as you can see, such a fast game, so much going on this game as well. But not, as I say, not overcomplicated. Oh, got a bit lucky then. Oh! Yeah, I made a very, very bad display of pinball play here. It's absolutely typical because when I didn't have the camera rolling, in one of my last games I got 100 120 million. Oh, that was, I hope you saw that. So that was at the bit of the warp ramp there. Then there's another shot just inside it, which is where you collect your, oh, for goodness sakes, where you collect your costume stuff. Probably, the game's probably looking more brutal than it is at the moment, by the way. It's just very, very fast, and I'm not playing particularly well. Wow. Okay, we're going to have another game. Just during this game, Jakey, just take the camera around the playfield. Don't worry about following my gameplay. Just want people to see all the models and all the parts of the game, the screen, the whole lot. Just show off the game while I'm playing now, because there's so much to see in this game. People don't need to see me playing pinball particularly. Come on, come on. Funny enough, I did actually, the one time I said not to film it, I did actually get the skill shot then. It's quite funny actually, because the first couple of days I had this game, I was hitting that crocodile shot with no problems at all, and now, for some reason, it's almost become the most difficult shot for me to hit in the game. There we go, got it in there. Keep losing my opportunity for the skill shot by trying to do that soft plunge. So I just, oh, for goodness sake. And not only did I lose, by taking so long to do that, I pretty almost lost the ball as well. So yeah, unless you're very good at that soft plunge, I would definitely advise doing the one that goes all the way round and then hitting the bank of 3 targets. Oh, just sometimes the bounce can be brutal from over here. Now I've got the N. All I have to do is I have to get the N. So actually, Jake, if you look at the top of the screen there, you can see there's a keyboard up at the top. And Elton is Elton, and the first 3 letters of John are lit. So to complete that, which will allow me to lock the ball into the piano, I have to hit the N. Now if you look on the playfield, the N is here. I've always find these shots really tough, these very angled ones. Is it the Woodbury shot maybe in Walking Dead? It's also the shot furthest left I find quite tight. Always off the end of the flipper, I struggle with these shots. These are hard for me. It's one of the reasons I struggle with Godzilla, is because the very gateway to the game is the scoop. That's what you need to hit that scoop with regularity to do anything in Godzilla. And I can hit every other shot apart from that one, which makes it a bit of a problem. Okay. Right, I've got to hit the bank of 3 targets here. Oh, for goodness sake. Playing very badly. I did hit them, but not enough to get the skill shot. Could almost do with getting possibly even that Crocodile Rock multi-ball, which has helped me hit that shot. I'm absolutely going for this shot here. For goodness sake, even then, really struggling with it. Hey, got it. So that was the N. And you can see that one of the stars is lit on the playfield now. Oh, brutal bounce. But that's my own fault. I haven't been hitting the shots. I do apologise. The lowest I have scored on this game since I've had it is right now. I actually got a super duper skill shot and it locked in the piano. Just take that ball, take that camera down there, hang it over the piano, Jakey, and you'll see that one of the balls actually locked inside that piano there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, got the last ball. This is an awful, awful attempt at playing pinball. I can't even do the skill shot properly most of the time, so I do apologise. Glasses collected. So there's another one locked inside the piano. Oh, actually, if you look at the screen now, I've actually got the multi-ball.
1975 multi-ball.
Well, there we go. I'm not unhappy about this. I mean, the light show on here is amazing. I mean, it's blinding me and I can't see the balls. But it is incredible. Oh, that was over quickly, wasn't it? What an awful. It's awful. I did get a double jackpot on there, funny enough. Shoot everything. Oh, does that give me? That gives me Crocodile Rock multi-ball. Okay, at least we've had a little bit of a better game here. Well, those are the two shortest multi-balls you'll ever see. If anyone tells you this thing is multi-ball heavy, show them this video. Felt like I had to work my socks off to get those, and they didn't even last very long once I got them. Oh, no! Well, there you go. I'm going to put my name. I love this bit. I love this bit. You put your name in. It's very clever, very neat. Nice little touch. It's playing each time. It's just the keys that play the notes of whatever song. Now, what I do like about these JJPs is that's not going to be threatening the highest score, what I've just posted on there then. But what that is that's saying it's today's highest. Well, it's not even today's highest score, but it's one of the best scores for today. There you go. Just a little bit more of Elton John now. I'm going to try and get a good pinball player over here. Now, don't get me wrong, Matt was here the other day, but we did a little bit of a chin wag, so we weren't really able to film him playing it properly. I'll try and get a really good pinball player over here, just so I can really get somebody that's good at playing the game to demonstrate a lot more of the features of this. But hopefully it's given you a little bit of a feel. It's given you an opportunity to see some of it in sort of HD with an HD camera rather than just sort of grainy sort of rocky mobile phone footage, giving you a bit of an idea of the game, and I think hopefully showing you some of the wonderful colours on here, and some of the amazing artwork that we've got in this game. But as you'll see, there's a ton of flow on this. There's a load of really good shots. The orbits are really rewarding shots on here. Anyway, that's enough from me. I'm going to get this video processed and uploaded so you guys can watch it.